Hey Matt, so watching your video back, there are a number of points which you raised which are salient good points, but I find myself struggling to address them in any order that makes sense. So I'm just gonna think about things and then talk about the things as they come to me. Such as this. You made a point about our guardians when we're younger, sort of molding you, shaping you, taking control of things that you as a young person, a child, have no real control of. But the thing is, once you get to a certain age, you have to eventually take control of things for yourself. But there are people, processes, places that resist this and try to keep in control of what you have going on for possibly more time than is healthy for you. This, of course, is not always intentional. This can just be down to situations in life and the area around you, or things that are happening day to day. But of course, an important part of growing up is to be able to take control of those and to be able to exist as an independent unit while eventually setting up processes for other people and other places and other situations. Whether that's taking care of an elderly relative, starting up a new business, having children, any of that, you eventually become that guardian you once had looking out for you. So you being able to set up and control your own stuff then sort of opens up the wider possibility of them being able to do it for other people. This idea of taking control of your own situation and doing things to the best of your abilities is important and has stuck with me for a number of years because I've had to do that from being young. I mean, certainly not as serious compared to some people growing up, but I did have more responsibility and worries than your average 14-year-old growing up due to the fact I had a single parent, more or less. It was a complicated situation during my childhood, and as a result of that, I tend to know more what was going on in the wider world and with my mum's finances and the family finances, and I probably should have, and I was worrying about things more. So in a way, I think I maybe grew up a little bit too quickly because then I started to try to control what my younger brother was doing, despite the fact he was developing his own way, and you know, it's not my place as a brother is to guide, not to control. There is a difference. But being a community leader in some respects, I've always been that sort of person who tries to take control of something, but I try not to take control of things from the aspect of having a large ego and needing to be in charge. It's more taking the reins to be able to make things happen in an orderly and efficient manner, just so we can get on with it. As I said in a previous video, I'm not one for pointless arguments and drama and rivalries and grudges against people because there's too much going on and life's too short. And the same applies for taking control of a situation. The quicker you do, the quicker it's organized, the quicker you can move on using what you've put in place to help you exist and other people exist, or maybe even advance someone else's creative endeavor. It's also quite hubristic if you try and take control of everything as opposed to controlling with other people. I try and control with other people because people have different viewpoints and different skill sets, and often a situation becomes much more solid when you have more than one input, more than one type of speciality on something. And that could be something really small, or it could be a huge project, be it online, in person, financially, business, whatever that may be. One low stakes example of this is several friends and I meet usually over a weekend in some place in the UK. I've come to basically be the guy who organises it and books the hotels and gets together the money. And the main reason for me doing this is efficiency, because this group of people, I tend to be in the centre of it in the sense that I've brought people in who have then made friends with each other. And so it is a group of friends that originated with me. So it's just something that since the early days of them joining the group, it's something I've always done and I'm happy to do because I overplan everything. And yeah, nobody really asked me to do that. I just kind of do that because I overplan, and due to that, it just tends to be less work for everyone else, which they're quite happy to take my advice on board. So taking control is important. Just be careful how much control you take and make sure you listen to others when doing so. Have a great day, keep mattering, and I'll see you on Monday.